In today's show, it's a mock draft. It's 9 categories. It's 12 teams. And I'm picking at pick number 9, Michael Bolton.
Thanks, Josh. It's Michael Bolton here, and it's time for another episode of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed.
You are Locked On Fantasy Basketball, your daily fantasy basketball podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast, brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd and I am the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com. And you can find me on Twitter, as always, at redrock_Beeble and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Thank you for making Locked On Fantasy Basketball your first listen every day. We are free and we are available on all platforms. It's another mock draft. There has been a points mock draft today. This is number 9 in my 9-cat series, my 12-team series, picking at pick number 9. There will be other mock drafts throughout the week as well. To answer your questions again, is this cat or points? It's a category league. Where is he hosting this draft? On Fantrax. Josh, is there anywhere where you have your rankings? Yes, basketballmonster.com. Josh, when should we end fantasy playoffs? March 19th. I think that covers all the common questions. I'm sure they're still going to come. But they're the common questions. They're out of the way. We've got pick 9, or I've got pick 9. You don't. I've got pick 9 in this draft. I'm going to be selecting Trae Young, and then we're going to build a team. Obviously, with Trae Young, we're going to be punting big man stats. I might just go ridiculously hard into it and go with a 4-cat punt. I think I might do that. We'll see how it plays out. We'll get into that in a second. Before I do that, though, it is time for me to tell you about LinkedIn Jobs. When you're hiring and you run a small business, staff is one of your biggest expenses. It's also one of the riskiest ones because if you get it wrong, it costs you time, it costs you money, it costs you anxiety and like years off your life, pretty much. Bad staff is a bad time. LinkedIn Jobs helps you access the best qualified candidates available. So check it out. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find those right people for your team faster and for free. You go, you create a job, you add your job, and you use the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring. Simple tools like screening questions make it easy to focus on candidates with just the right skills and experience so you can quickly prioritize who you'd like to interview and hire. You know, when you're hitting towards the end of the year, you want to go with momentum, you want to finish strong, and LinkedIn Jobs are going to help you do that. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs number 1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the qualified candidates that you want to talk to faster. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/LockedOnNBA. That's linkedin.com/LockedOnNBA to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Also, BetOnline is your number 1 source, if I can get the graphics up, number 1 source for all football betting info this season. Find all the latest player developments, team matchups, news, podcasts, analysis, articles, everything you can want. It's not just that, it's live betting, it's up-to-date scores, everything. We have got a Monday night game, the Chiefs and the Raiders. The odds for that are up at BetOnline. 7-point favorites the Chiefs are, with Mahomes going up against Derek Carr. And they'll have Week 6 stuff for the NFL up really, really soon as well. It's the fastest and easiest way to check in on all of your favorite games and events like Major League Baseball playoffs, the NBA coming up, MMA, boxing, and golf. So head to betonline.net or use your mobile device to learn more. BetOnline is where the game starts. All right, we're getting ready to go into this mock draft. Might as well bring it across now. Warnie.
Let's get it on, Gilly.
All right, we've got the draft room full. Everyone's here, ready to go. So let's start this thing off. There we go. I am just going to tell these guys again, don't draft Trae. Leave for me because I'm taking Trae Young. This guy was here. Where's he gone? Has he dropped out? Oh, Al, come on. What the you were right here. Come on. I'm going to pause this draft and see what's going on. All right, everyone's back in business now. I don't know what just happened then. Anyway, we are now ready to go. Everyone's in the room. Jokic went as an auto pick. He would have gone at number 1 anyway. So now it's Sef Kayina. Sef Kayina. Let's go with that. Don't let it run down, mate. Make the pick. Come on. Let's go. Seriously, we're going to do 2 auto picks to start this thing off? Far out. Anyway, Giannis goes at 2. So Chapexine. All right, Durant at 3. Now someone actually made a pick. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't really matter. Jokic and Giannis would have gone at 1 and 2 anyway. Durant goes at 3. Doncic goes at 4. Pretty standard, as nearly every draft seems to be. Unless you got Dr. A from RotoWorld in there, then Doncic goes at 1. Embiid goes at 4. Probably Harden here, I'm guessing. Yep, Harden at 6, and then probably Tatum here is my guess. That seems to be the way that it goes most of the time. Or Steph. We're doing so many of these mock drafts. If I see the same names appearing multiple times, I'm just going to take you guys out of the mock. Sorry, but I just want to get more people in to have some different opportunities in there or some different ideas of people drafting. And even now I see someone who's been in here 1 or 2 times. I just want to get some different players into the draft. So we had Doncic, then Embiid. That's 4, 5. Harden 6. LaMelo 7. Tatum 8. And then I took Trae at pick number 9, as I was hoping to do. So now the draft is on. Let's see what we can do. The other Josh, don't know who that is. Let's see what sort of picks he can do as my neck starts to spasm and seize up. That might not be good. All right, Damian Lillard goes at 10. Steph falling. You'll see Steph go at 6 in some drafts. You see him go at 3 in some drafts. So now you got him. He went in the second round of a draft I did that wasn't a points league the other day. Halliburton goes at 11. Surely it's got to be Steph and Towns here at 12 and 13 for Jordan. There you go. He takes Steph at 12. Towns at 13. Now, this usually is LeBron, but he could go with Booker or Edwards. I've seen that combo, Edwards and Halliburton, plenty of times. It's too early for me to take Edwards there, but I've seen it happen numerous times. So he does take LeBron at that spot. To me, that is the top 14. Those 14 guys that have gone, order could be changed, but that to me is the top 14. Now, the other Josh, what are you going to do? And then this Josh, what am I going to do when it comes to my pick? I'm so much more comfortable with the Fantrax draft room than the ESPN one we did earlier today. Kyrie goes at 15. He's someone I often look for. Okay, we're going to really lean in hard punt here. Let's actually Paul George, because he fills a forward spot for us and he helps to boost our steals, which Trae is bad at. Is that a full punt? I think it is. We're still going small ball here. He gets me good assists. Booker was the other guy I was considering, who just goes the pick after. Then Anthony Davis goes at 18. But we're going full cat punt. Rebounds, blocks, field goals, and turnovers. But in that build, steals and points are sort of in the middle, right? They can go either way. So you've got to make sure you're building your steals and rebounds, because you'll just naturally get free throws and assists and threes usually. You just got to make those other ones are on point. Make sure those other ones are on point. Anthony Davis at 18. Gobert goes at 19. And then they pair Embiid with Kawhi Leonard. That is ballsy. That is very ballsy. Whew. Draft could be over before it starts. It's not that bad, but it is ballsy. It is a ballsy combo. I was able to get Gobert in a lot of third rounds a few weeks ago. Now he is going mid-second round in a lot of spots. I'm sure part of it is the people who are in these mock drafts are listening to me when I'm talking about -1 ranks and the value of Gobert in head-to-head and pairing with the right guy where you can go earlier. And you won't have to do that in most spots. But you know, I like it. And it's the same as the thing, so I start going in top 30 discussions. After Kawhi is Sabonis, then it is Pascal Siakam at 22. Now to pair with Giannis. See, I love that Giannis pairing and getting Gobert there. It's just not happening that much these days. And the guy that is falling in a lot of the drafts I'm doing, again, because I'm probably saying that I'm skeptical of him in the top 15 or 17, is Goose. And he's falling to back-end second, start of third. So an interesting correction. Not really seeing it in leagues that I aren't hosting, but it is happening. Edwards went at 23. Is this guy seriously timed out again? Fuck off. How annoying. He's timed out twice. Has he actually even been in the draft? I mean, he was in the draft, and then he disappeared. If he autos again, he's getting put on automatic auto. I don't care. Cade Cunningham goes at 24. It's been a little bit of a slow start to the preseason for Cade. I'm not massively worried, but it has been slow. And then Ja Morant goes at 25. This guy is about to get full autoed here. I'll go stick him on auto in a second. So after Morant at 25, this should be DeJounte Murray. It's going to go to him because he's top of the queue. It should be probably DeJounte anyway. Why join it and then not be here? Tick tock. All right, you're about to get autoed. Auto draft DeJounte Murray. What's that guy's name? Seth Jaina. Auto draft always. L to you. All right. Chapaxine takes Bam Adebayo at 27. So what do I... Oh, I'm still a fair way away. 5 picks away, so I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Jimmy Butler would be one for me. Help my steals. Van Vliet will be good for me. Beal will be good for me. Paul will be good for me. I do have to make sure I fill out all of these other spots, these forward spots. Is this Draft Labs guy going to auto again? Oh, no, he picked. That's all right. Van Vliet goes at 28. So, Glazidis, 100. Okay. It's not the 4th podcast I've recorded today, and it's 11:40 a.m. It's been busy. Don Mitchell goes at 29. Yeah, Mitchell's going in this area. It's not an absolute slam dunk, though.
He's Don. He's good.
There's risk. There's going to be risk with my picks, too. Like Butler, Beal, and Paul. I'm not particularly confident with them. Vooch goes at 30. I think that is too early.
It's Big Vucevic.
So, who do I want to take? I might take Chrissy Paul, I think. Porzingis goes at 31. Well, it's not my pick. Ali Whoops has still got a pick. Or do I need the scoring? I probably need the Beal scoring. Garland scoring? Maybe it's Garland that I take. Chris Paul can't take Paul. He goes at 32. Let's Garland over Butler or Beal. Yep. Cool. Let's do it. Garland for me at 33. I don't think I really could have made a wrong choice there. Maybe Butler's steals would have been helpful, but a lack of threes and maybe and the games played is the concern there, obviously. All right, so I'm happy with that start. Miles Turner goes next at 34. Absolutely fine. You're looking for blocks. You know you got to get him. And he's one of the guys that is going to provide that for you. We're going to start to see centers go. Jarrett Allen's going to go really soon. Ayton's going to go soon. Mobley's going to go soon. Well, there goes Beal at 35. So it might mean that James Butler might fall back around to me if we get a run on centers. This guy got Towns, so I could maybe see him going with another center. Ooh, Zion. All right. Interesting pairing. What? Zion, Towns, and Steph. What an interesting squad. So 3 picks back. Can I get Butler getting back to me? The other one is Drew, who's around there for me. Levine, maybe. Really thinking this one through. Well, there goes Jim Butler, so I can't take him. Levine, let's throw him in there. Drew, let's throw him in. Drew got shooting guard eligibility, which is useful too. Levine has small forward eligibility. That might be even more useful for me in this sort of a build. Shea is an option for me too. But these other guys are similar. After Butler goes DeRozan at 38. So, who's my guy? I think Drew has got to be my guy. If this other Josh would pick somebody. I want Drew. Oh, well, I can't take Drew, so let's take Levine. That's easy now. Levine goes there. We'll slide him into the small forward spot. Okay. So obviously going really small. No rebounds, blocks, field goals, or turnovers. After Levine... Oh, Ali Whoops wanted Levine. That's unlucky for you, mate. Who is he taking? I'm shocked we didn't get the run on bigs there. The Allen, Ayton, Mobley guys. It's got to be coming soon. Jaylen Brown goes at 41. You don't really see that run of bigs lasts
JB, you've done it again.
necessarily as long as this. Rozier is another interesting one for me. Middleton is too. Fox is as well. Fox ranked at 39 now on Fantrax. Styles or beyond takes Shea. Yep. Some risk, but 42 is pretty good. Per game, he should beat that pretty comfortably, I would say. And then this Keane from the 6 got 2 centers already with Harden. Harden, Gobert, Vooch, and then Fox. Not really sure what he's doing. Harden with the big free throws, Gobert with bad, and then Fox with bad. Interesting combo. It's probably not how I would do it. After Fox goes Mobley, now we've got to start to see Jarrett Allen go, and Ayton go, and then Valanciunas go. And I'm happy for all those guys to go because it means other guards get pushed back to me. I do still need a center and another forward. But I can get him later. Olynyk will be a good target for me. Now we're really thinking this through, aren't we? DeAndre Ayton goes. Oh, here we go. So Jarrett Allen not gone. That's surprising. Wow. Valanciunas ahead of Jarrett Allen's wild to me. Valanciunas goes at 46. Scotland Barnes goes at 47. Probably, surely, mate. You meant Harrison Barnes, not Scott. That's the order of Barneses that we draft. So that's a weird one. Jarrett Allen there goes at 48. That's some really nice value. He's not going to wow us with his scoring, but with scarcity of some other numbers, I think you got to like getting him there. Rozier, Middleton, I'm still a fair way away, but they'd be nice picks if they would fall to me. Des Bane would work pretty well on my team. Wherever he is on this list. Well, Rozier goes at 49. Well, there's Bane. Brandon Ingram goes at 50. 6 picks left. Who will fall? Jamal Murray is an option for me. They said he had thigh soreness, and then today officially listed as a hamstring. If they say it's not, it's just precaution. People are panicking on Jokic, by the way. I should have talked about this stuff. People are panicking about his wrist injury, and he's not going at 1 in every single draft now, which is hyper-reactionary. It's just not needed. McCollum goes at 51. Okay. Ingram at 50. We talked about that. Middleton, 52. 4 picks to go, and I've got Bane and the headmaster in my queue. Well, there goes Bane at 53. Okay. Brunson. Green. My assists are pretty good. My points are pretty good, but points are more important here. OG goes at 54. Maybe it is Filipino legend Jalen Green that I take. Just to get that nice little scoring boost and leave Jamal Murray alone. OG goes at 54.
But what about scarves?
OG.
Balenciaga
Stop,
ones.
OG. You better stop, OG.
Come on. Jalen Bronson goes at 55. Okay. Well, took that away from me. I couldn't make that pick. I'm just a little bit worried about Murray. I think per game he can be fine here, but the back-to-backs, and if that hamstring does cause any more problems, that's giving me a little bit of a scare on him. A little bit. Oh, no. Jalen Green went. Oh, that's annoying. All right, let's reassess. Maybe we do... Oh, I don't really take him many spots. Let's get heady. Let's take Jamal. Oh, my injuries are pretty okay, I think. I'm not worried about Levine or Paul George massively. All right, so I still need a center. We'll address that later on. I think Murray is pretty good value there. I would have liked Green, though. Okay, the other Josh is thinking hard again. Big hard thinker, the other Josh. Okay. Who else has gone? Because I just switch away there. Murray. Then Mikal Bridges at 58. Giddey 59. Ben Simmons 60. This is where we're seeing Giddey and Simmons go pretty regularly at the moment. And I think it's okay. There's obviously risk with it. Giddey's looked pretty good in the preseason. Simmons is at least playing. And we know he can do better than this. But it's not that they're without risks here. So it's still something that needs to be taken into consideration. So Şengün goes at Pirtle goes to 61, Şengün at 62, and it is coming back to my pick. We're not quite there. Vassell goes. Oh no, that's who I would have taken. Vassell. Let's take the cousin. Let's take your cousin, Kevin Porter. All right, really load him up here. Get some more assists, some more scoring. Now I need some steals is what I need to start getting. And obviously a forward eligible and center eligible player. I would like Wagner later on. Tyrese Maxey goes at 65. I've seen him sliding a little bit from there. It's probably a little bit early for Porter, but again, I just bulk me these assists up, mate, because then I'm going to focus on some of the other stuff later on. Like my assists are really strong, very strong, in fact, and I can start to bring some steals in to my team with some of these other guys later. Fingers crossed. Markkanen goes at 66. Johnny Collins goes at 67. This guy, this Seth Kajina, did he pop back in and turn auto draft off? You better make your pick, mate. You better make your pick. Maga Porter Jr. goes at 68. Who's getting 69 here? Draft Labs. Do I need to auto you as well, mate? TikTok. This is annoying. Jordan Poole goes at 69. I don't know how that clock didn't wind all the way down there, but apparently it wasn't an auto pick. Jordan Poole goes there. Yeah, look, it's okay. Not someone I'm really gravitating towards too much. And then Christian Wood goes at 70. Wood nearly always goes around this area. So let's see what this guy, after he's come in, he's turned off his auto draft, yet he's not present in the room. Does he make a pick or does he go back on auto? If he goes back on auto, there is going to be swear words said. Oh, no, he made the pick. Well, thank you very much. I'll take it back. Wendell Carter goes at 71. Good for you. Surprised that Jabari Smith hasn't gone. I guess people are worried about him entering the season with the ankle. We haven't had Banchero go yet either, have we? There he is. He might actually work on my team and give me power forward eligibility. Well, no, not anymore, because he just went at pick 72. So, who can... Yeah, I'm taking Marcus Smart. That's really going to help those steals of mine, which is, I do need that help. Where the fuck is Smart? Russell goes at 73. Oh, there he is. Let's put him there in the queue, along with Franz. So Russell at 73. Inevitably, someone in the comments on this YouTube video in the chat is going to say, man, does he know that he needs to draft a center? I do. I do know that. And I will draft one. I do know that I do need to have one. After Russell at 73 goes Sexton at 74, Hero at 75. Yeah, maybe. Interesting that Nurkic and Keldon have fallen, and even Jabari Smith. He doesn't really fit what I want, but he should go. Oh, there he goes. Jabari goes at 76.
Smitty.
Okay. So, the Mustang, Keldon Johnson.
Whose horse is that?
He goes at 77. Julius Randle goes at 78. We are getting back to my pick. That's good to know. 2 selections away. And I've got Wagner and Smart. Surely no one takes Smart here. Someone said finally Julius Randle went. Not really. Like, I've seen him go way later. I got him in the hundreds in a draft the other day. That was stupid, but I got him in the hundreds. Jalen Smith sticks. Goes at 79.
Stand by your man.
I think I'm going to grab Smart here, even though he's not forward eligible, just for his steals. And then the other guy we look at we look at Cam Johnson as a forward eligible guy as well. Oh, you can't be fucking serious. What? Ugh. Marcus Smart just went. If you couldn't tell, that's what I was talking about there. Well, you know what I'm going to do to really shock people? But on my team build, he makes sense. And he's forward eligible. And for every build, I don't necessarily believe in this, but Trent steals make sense to my team. Somehow he's forward eligible as well. And I didn't think I'd be taking Gary Trent there, but I wanted to make sure I can help to boost my steals up and some scoring. Again, that's a lot of what happens in drafts. Could I have taken someone else? Draymond gets me steals, but his scoring is terrible. He doesn't really fit what I want. So there are, maybe some of the times I criticize picks, there's a lot of thought process going behind them. Sometimes there's not. But that's, I think need can become really important into how you're building a team and strengthening a team up. PJ Washington goes at 82. Klay Thompson goes... Look, of course, Trent could shit the bed and not get steals, and then I'm rooted there. But I took a flyer on it. Klay Thompson goes at 83. And my team is getting the real bright greens and the real bright reds on Basketball Monster in terms of strengths and weaknesses, which is what I was trying to do with this team. Klay goes 83. Nurkic goes 84. It's late for Nurk. You don't see him go that late usually. Sadiq Bey is going to come onto my list, as is... I'm surprised Franz is available. Oh, there he goes. At 85. Cameron Johnson's going to go into the Q2. Even Rowan Barrett. I'm not a big Rowan Barrett guy, and we know he lacks in a lot of areas, but his scoring is really useful. Draymond goes at 86, and my points are okay. They're not the best, but they're okay. So Barrett's a better scorer than those other guys, so I reckon we just take him for a bit of a points boost. Still don't have a center. That will come next. I hope. Maybe. Possibly. The other Josh, he's really thinking hard. Deep thinker. He double cheeks it up and gets Kyle Lowry, and I will take... Oh, now this is early. Again, it's really build stuff here, though. Do I do it? Like, it's just counter to what I would do normally. But let's do it. Ron Barrett. Get a boost in scoring. Okay. And my team's free throws are so strong that I can absorb whatever foolishness he throws out there as well. That's pick 88 for Barrett. That is early. And I've talked about, as a general rule, not liking him there. But in this situation, attacking or really focusing on strengths, Trent's strengths of threes, points, and steals. Barrett's strength of points and points and points is what I wanted. That is more important in drafts than weaknesses. A lot of the time. Harris, 89. You got to pay attention to weaknesses too. Toby Harris goes at 89. Trae Jones goes at 90. And I hope that I've been clear on that. So whenever I talk about punting or head-to-head, I don't talk about weaknesses as much. I try to talk about strengths. That's generally what we want. Sadiq, the depressed penis Bay, goes at 91. Keegan Murray goes at 92. I like those picks in that spot. So who do we get as a center? Because I do need one. Olynyk will fit pretty nicely. So we will throw him into the queue. Who else can make some sense for us as a center? Hartenstein, but I don't want him as my locked-in starter. Horford? Not really. Yeah, it's a tough one. Clint Capella goes at 93. Is this bloke autos again? Jesus. All right. Who is the best center there? Olynyk is the best center that fits me. So I might just take him for team build sake. After Capella goes Cam Johnson and Malcolm Brogdon. Two really good picks. Because after Olynyk, Jaren Jackson maybe is the center who's there for me. There's not many. Brookie Lopez maybe fits. Like, they're not great. Olynyk is probably what I need here. Gordon Hayward at 96. Kuzma at 97. And it is early for Olynyk. But this is a very specific build. Very hard punt. Not much flexibility with trying to pivot out of stuff because I leaned so hard into it. Which is not going to be for everybody. This guy's not going to auto again, is he? Seriously. Oh, 4 seconds left. Mitchell Robinson at 98. Anthony Simons, 99. I can get these other guards later on to fill in my spots. I just need what Olynyk theoretically can do. Okay. How is everyone going if you are watching this live? As I'm watching this, or as I'm doing this draft, we've got preseason games going on, and someone said, hey, is Ayo Dosunmu a 10-team pickup? So now, naturally, I'm going to have to go check the box score to see what's actually happened to make someone think that he's a 10-team pickup. Let's have a look. Dosunmu had 14, 7, and 5 with 2 blocks. They played basically a full rotation, but Levine saw limited shots. DeRozan, Patrick Williams off the bench. I don't think Dosunmu is a 10-team league guy. To answer that guy's question. Wiggins at 100, Isaiah Jackson 101, Jaren Jackson 102. But I think that what we're seeing from Dosunmu is really hurting any value that the Rabbit Hunter Alex Caruso might have.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
So it went Isaiah Jackson, Jaren Jackson, Buddy Hield, Herb Jones. I did take Kelly Olynyk, fills out my center spot. And now let's go hard on guards. Maybe I'll get Hartenstein later on. Al Horford goes at 106. That is a good performance from Dosunmu. 50% three-point shooting, though, obviously. 7 rebounds. Yeah, look, it's good. But Levine went 9, 2, and 0. So you got to imagine it's a bit of preseason silliness, funny business. Ooh, Cole Anthony would have been good for me. But he just went off the board with all those injuries. Yeah. So who's making sense for my team here? Monty Morris? Yes, sir. Dylan Brooks. Brandon Clark goes at 108. Yeah, I've spoken enough about Brandon Clark today, I think. Rob Williams goes at 109 as we get back into round 10. How are the projected standings looking at the moment? The other Josh on top. No, he's not. Glazidis is, then the other Josh, then Ali Whoops, then me. After 9 rounds, that is. Rob Williams, old mate Chris Duarte. Now, I hope that Benny Bob is not picking Chris Duarte because he's seen me pick him in round 11 or 12 and thinking, I've got to get Chris Duarte because Josh has been taking him. So I hope people aren't getting that idea about Duarte. You don't need to reach for him. He's not a great player. He just fits what I need so often in round 11 or 12. Be aware of that. I cannot stress that enough. Getting back to my pick again. Bones goes at 111. So that does give me the option here of Monty Morris. I'll take Monty there. Okay. Former Bones teammate. Okay. Despite my team loading up on guards and punting turnovers, I'm not the worst turnover team. I'm like the 3rd worst. That's interesting. Jalen Suggs goes at 113. Too early for me with that injury. You're drafting him to be a starter. He's injured. No. Josh Hart at 114. Looks like he's going to be the starting small forward. I just would have gone in to see a little. I know they're about the same height, but I feel like Little is, I don't know, I feel like he's just a better option there. And Hart to run the second unit, but that's not what they're doing. Dylan Brooks at 115. Lol. No, not lol. That's annoying because I wanted him. Jeremy Grant goes at 116. Wow, that is late for Jeremy Grant. As much as I don't like Jeremy Grant this season, that is very late for him. I need some steals. So who can maybe get... Yeah, I say that and I talk about Alex Caruso. Maybe he's the guy who gives me steals. But that really is a one category specialist. Oh, D'Anthony Melton might be someone, but even then, like, it's so much. And I think this draft really illustrates. Well, at 117, it's an auto draft again from this someone draft labs. Like, seriously, this bloke again with an auto draft.
Price of the brick going up.
Is he trying to advertise his website? Because if he is, he's telling us that he's not present. Sorry, mate. That was maybe too harsh. But get in here. 118, Bobby Portis. And then this Seth Cajun. Seriously. Oh, yeah, thanks. Nick Claxton goes at 119. Okay. And we're looking to finish off round 10 here with this Towns Gobert punt wins. If it's a Zubats 120. All right, I'm going to ask a question and I absolutely 100% regret it already. What's your fantasy team name for this season? And let me frame this. I think so many people, and I've seen so many team names with running the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl. There are so many tired and cliched ones. And I'm sorry if you use them, but you're about to get shamed without knowing it. Big girls don't Kawhi. Everyone uses it. Don't use it. Don't. Harden in the morning. Don't use it. Everyone use it. Go Harden in the paint. Everyone loves it. Don't use it. Morning Wood. Wow. Everyone uses it. Like, there are so many team names that get repeated. Harden my balls. Like, everyone uses it. There's so many others that get used that are just so common. But what is your fantasy team now that I've said that? Mine for this season is Hat on a Hook, as you all know. Or as not all of you know. Maybe you don't all know. I should recap some of those picks. After Zubats went Jordan Clarkson, Lou Dort, who was on my list, Norman Powell, and Johnny Wall. RIP auto-picked. Yeah, that guy's auto-picked a million times. He is going on auto-pick the rest of the way. Did that Seth Kana auto-pick? Oh, no, he picked. All right, this guy's on auto-pick now. Harrison Barnes goes at 125. Oubre goes at 126, and then we're 2 picks away from mine. Jordan Clarkson went, didn't he, the man on the street? Yeah, he did. Melton is going to be mine. I think the wave pool. Just give me a little bit of a boost in steals. Walker Kessler went at 127. Wonder how early Eason's going to go. Let's throw him into the queue. So Bogdan went at 128. I'm going to take Melton there just to help me with some steal numbers. My voice is cooked today. Mike Conley's still around. I probably should have taken him. Let's put Conley in the queue. So after Melton went Jared Vanderbilt, Spencer Dinwiddie at 131. I don't mind Dinwiddie here now that he is coming off the bench, it looks like. What a weird trade, right? Dinwiddie sucked in Washington. They traded Porzingis for Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie played well in Dallas. Porzingis went crazy in Washington. And now, like, Porzingis is still a major piece in Washington, and Dinwiddie's going to be Luka's reserve. Like, I don't know. Just value all over the place. Conley at 132. Well, there goes that dream. This is going to be the Tari Eason round. And with the ascension of Tari Eason into everyone's favorite sleeper territory, it's probably going to push Aldama back into round 13. That would be my guess. Aaron Gordon goes at 133. Jaden Ivey might make some sense for me. Bojan Bogdanovic goes at 134. Yeah, Bojan would have been a good pick for me. Emmanuel Quickly will make some sense for me. It's just more of like, that's a flyer one. Because if they do actually give him the minutes that I think he deserves, he'll go ahead of Ivy. Well, Eason just went 135. I knew this is Eason's round always. It's my pick. All right. Quickly. Quickly's who I took. Sorry. Should have been clearer with that. And I'm going to throw Kendrick Nunn into my queue. We might take him later. Can't believe I'm drafting Kendrick Nunn. What's the world coming to? So I took Quickly at 136. I wouldn't, again, in most cases, but it fits what I'm doing. Okongwu goes at 137. I am trying to just draft for a squad here rather than draft for trades or balance or anything like that. Okongwu 137, Fultz 138. Good pick. Both of those ones. I'm going to throw Brook Lopez in because maybe I just need a backup center because I don't have one. Barrett in my flex spot has forward eligibility as well, so it gives me a little bit of flexibility there. Derek White goes at 139.
Maximum Derek.
Covington 140. Adams 141. Nunn 142. Okay. All right, so he's out of it. Do I take Brook? I do need that other center. Probably. Can't really do with one. Who else could be a sneaky center for me? Not much, is there? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take Brook if he can fall to me. We'll see if he makes it through. Auto draft legend Seth Kaina takes Victor Oladipo at 143. Did he auto his last one as well? If he did, he's out of here. No, he didn't. He picked his last one. Just making it real difficult on me. And this guy here has dropped out as well. This has been just a disaster mock draft. Mo Bamba goes, oh no, he's still here, this Towns Go Bear guy. 144 for Mo Bamba. Okay, we've got 2 rounds left. Humpty Dumpty goes at 145, round 13, Benedict Mathurin. Or Mathurin, I think it might be. I'm not sure about that pronunciation, but I'm sure everyone will call him Mathurin, and then in 4 years' time, he'll have to go, it's actually Mathurin, and people will try and change it. So I'd like to just know what it is. I might ask Locked On Pacers host Tony East. Nice little plug for Tone. See if he can tell me. What do you guys think it is? How do you think it's pronounced? Knowing he is Haitian Canadian. After Mathurin goes Will Barton.
No, you will. No, he's ready to sack that. Run, Will! Give it off quick!
Then goes Karis LeVert at 147. Isaiah Stewart 148.
Is that you, Mr. Stewart?
Well, who the hell else do you think it'd be? Get in here, you pair of flaming galahs.
Oh, Brook Lopez went at 149. So reassess. What are we doing? What center are we taking? That's what they call annoying. So what am I going to do then? I don't have any other center eligible players anywhere near the top of my draft board. Jeremiah Robinson Earl? Look, even Kevin Love doesn't have center eligibility here. Jesus Christ. Isaiah Hartenstein, or Ivy goes at 150, Hartenstein 151. So there's my queue of Ivy gone as well. Let's just take a complete flyer later on with that last pick on center. What do we do here then? Got one pick away from me. I think I'm going to take... I was going to take Fanapants. All right, so he just went. You know, this guy is dominating at the moment. Let's take Trey Murphy. Let's really go upside. Dosunmu's still around, which is a bit surprising to me too. As Obi has something to say about that. Very interested to see what Murphy can do this year. The other Josh, deep in thought, figuring out what he's doing. Alex Caruso goes at 154.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Who do I take that can possibly be a center? Let's take Precious or Tom Bryant. Or Duran. All right. There's some center options for me. After Caruso goes Hunter. I think Precious is going to be the one for me. I haven't really seen Hunter get drafted much, but his 2 preseason games have been pretty strong. And there goes Dosunmu at 157. Lonzo at 158. If you could just leave Precious Achua here for me, other Josh, it would be nice. And, Santi Aldama. He would have been a good pick as well. He goes at 159, and Precious Achua goes with my pick there. So Aldama was going round 12. Now he's back to round 14 as people are pushing up the Tari Eason agenda as their favourite. Hey, another name that I'm just going to throw here. Just again, I'm just going to keep reminding you, especially in deeper leagues, this guy, Jamal Cain. Patrick Williams looks shithouse. I think he's coming off the bench. He looks terrible. I wouldn't even bother. Achua, then Connaughton, then Pat Williams. Jamal Cain. Just a name to watch. There's still Highsmith. There's still Martin. There's still Yurtseven. There's still a bunch of guys. He's just a name to watch. Dorian Finney-Smith, 163. Interestingly, Jaden McDaniels is still there. Someone is proposing a trade for me in an ESPN points mock draft that I just ran. You have got to be... What is this? This always happens every year I do these mock drafts. What are you doing? Hey, I put the wrong thing up. This league does not exist. It is not a real league. After Finney-Smith goes Wiseman, Looney, Mason Plumlee. 2 more picks left, and I'll go deal with that guy sending me trade offers in a fake league. Looney was an auto pick there, by the way. Come on, mate. The pick, mate. What are you making us all wait for? Oh, sick. KCP goes at 167, and then the last pick is this Towns Gobert punt wins bloke. And I went pretty hard on this punt build. I could have still done with a few more steals, but I would stream those in. And Tim Hardaway is the last pick. So my draft went Trae Young, followed by Paul George, Darius Garland, Zach LaVine, Jamal Murray, Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent, RJ Barrett, Kelly Olynyk, Monty Morris, D'Anthony Melton, Emmanuel Quickley, Trey Murphy, and then lastly, Precious Achua. How did the projected standings turn out for that? I think I'm 4th. Goes Glazidis, Ali Whoops, other Josh, then me, then Jordan, then Benny Bob Styles of Beyond, Towns Gobert, Seth Kayina, Chap Baxine, Keem from the 6, and last but least as well is DraftLabs.io. Yeah. Okay. Pretty happy with how that turned out. I think it worked out pretty well. What did you guys think? Drop it down below. Tell me your team names as well. Guys, follow this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and on Odyssey. Throw your thumbs up. Leave your comments. Guys, we're done here. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. See ya.